Alrighty, it's your boy Zxous, and we're back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. We just ended the live, and in the live we figured out something that I don't even think like 1% of the community, maybe only 1% of the community knew. Like maybe 99% of the community didn't even know. But there's two characters who got buffed and nobody realized. I mean, I'm sure maybe you guys realized. I didn't. A lot of the people in the chat didn't. But yes, EPINEL got a buff. Her and Crow already got their buffs, essentially. And it's not crazy, right? It's not a big buff, so it's not something you would notice. But if we take a look, right? The buff, if I have it here. So yeah, they got buffed already. And their buff was their basic attack rate and core damage rate of certain SMG characters. That's where EPINEL and Crow got their buffs, right? So EPINEL's attack used to be normal attack. Used to be deals 8.1% of attack damage and deals 200% damage when attacking a core, and now it is a 10.12%. It got buffed up to 10.12% of the attack and damage, and now deals 250% damage when attacking core. And that's all she got for the buff. Her skills could have used it. Right, she does get stronger when she kills an enemy, which isn't bad, right? I mean, this is not a bad skill, right? Total noob. I wonder what that is at level 10 skills. Let me see, actually. At level 10 skills, that's goes all the way up to 13%. So that's not bad, right? But let's see this quote-unquote buff. So one thing about her is that the core damage, we need to like have hit rate for that. So that's why we have Miranda and Noir on the team. We're gonna also take her against Modernia, but let's see this quote-unquote buff that Nikke. Hey, this is not a good buff. This is not a good buff. Like, it's not enough. You think anybody cares about a buff for normal attack damage, bro? Like, let's be realistic, yo. Nikke, let's work. Let's work here, please. Let's start doing our jobs. But we're gonna compare it to Modernia, who will also not be using any burst skills, right? So EPINEL will actually be using her burst skill as well. I guess we can go over her skills. Her first skill is the total noob. It's a stacking buff for every enemy you kill. When the last bullet hits a target, you get your crit rate and crit damage increased by a certain percent. Very low. 2.98% for 5 seconds, 3.78% for 5 seconds. They could have buffed this up easily. Made it so lean level. And then you have in AoE, deals 270.56% of final damage, or final attack as damage, and an additional doubles that when total noob is fully stacked. So against bosses, she basically will not get that first skill. Against bosses, first skill is trash. Progression, I mean, it'll work, but I don't know if she's gonna be able to get it. So her core hit is like kind of hitting here and there, not too much. I need them to be closer, so she can aim for like somebody like this, right? Who their core is kind of easy to see, right? So their core hit is like right there, right? You can kind of see it right there. Even up here should be fine. You can like, yeah, there we go. Now the core hits are hidden. The core hits are hidden. When they're that far, you won't be able to see them, but let's see. Okay, core hits are hidden. Guys, remember, it's an additional 50% for that core. Okay, here we go. It like it tracks onto the core, so this is nice. This is nice. We're gonna forcefully hit the core. Look at the damage though for the core, right? 24k, down near 25k when you're in the full burst. If it crits, you know, it goes up to 30k. But let's see here. When it's not in the full burst, looks like it's 12k, 14 when it crits on the core hits. Right, we need them to be very close though for it to like. SMGs don't have that great accuracy, so it's not really working out as great. But let's see. Maybe she'll do. Like, I'm so curious to see how much she's gonna do compared to Modernia, who had not used her burst skill this entire match. Okay.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
I mean, she did have more than Noir. And Noir is invested, right? That's a pretty big. It's not enough, bro. It's not crazy. It's not crazy. It's not crazy. It's not good enough, bro. Did Noir have gear? She does. Not fully, but she does. It's not crazy enough, bro. I'm sorry. Like, an SMG user with, like, horrendous hit rate, too. It's not great, but let's go into Modernia, see how well she performs. This is going to be the team. Yeah, she's going to... Like, there's basically 4 DPSs on this team, bro. If she comes in last place, bro, I mean, she's going up against people who are heavily invested. But this is the reality of the situation. The characters that are heavily invested is what majority of the players are going to have their characters heavily invested. Modernia, Dorothy, maybe not D, but Modernia and Dorothy for sure. So we have to see, we have to use real life comparisons to see. So, okay, we're landing our core hits. We're landing our core hits. Okay, we're landing them shots. We're landing them shots. Reloading at a time like this. Let's just cover. Let's just cover. Okay, landing them shots, landing them shots. But then we lose all of it. Okay. Should be fine. We should be good. I don't know how much she's gonna hit. Again, we don't have her burst skill at all, so we're not gonna get that additional 200% damage every burst skill, but it's fine. Okay. They could have literally gave her a Soline buff, I think. They could have easily given her the Soline buff. Right, where they increased her crit rate. That would make her 10 times better, I think. Right? But then it would just be Soline all over again. It would just be Soline all over again. Right? Maybe in bosses it would be bad, but for progression it'd be good though. Imagine if she had the Soline buff, like they got the same treatment, and then she also still has total noob. That'd be a lot of attacking progression, bro. She would do God's work there. For like just base damage, but unfortunately, here doesn't look like it. I mean, we're gonna beat it, not because of her though. I mean, she's participating, if that counts, but she's not, like, these, her buff and Crow's buff were, like, they're just so laughable. That's why nobody knew about it, right? They're just a joke. It's not really that great. Obviously, like I said, right now we're just, like, it's just crit numbers and regular numbers, right? If you're not hitting their core, that 50% is useless. I mean, the 200% in general is useless, right? So, like, this is just buff normal attack damage, and it's just not even good because she's SMG anyways. Horrendous. Like, buff the characters up, please. This is, like, they have 2 L buffs. They have 2 L buffs. They're 4 for 4 on buffs. No, they're 4 for 6 on buffs. Because I think only 6 characters got buffed in total. So they're 4 for 6 on buffs, right? Well, let's take a look. Let's see her damage output here. Maybe it's maybe it's good. 6 million. Oh my god. I mean, what did we expect, bro? Joke character, L buff. They can give this character a second chance. You can make her good. Her kit is not that. You can make her good. Just fix up the second skill. And that's it. Just fix up the second skill, literally. But it's your boy Zxous. EPINEL got a buff that you guys didn't know about, and now you know that she's still garbage. Simple as that. Like goal 30 likes or something. I don't know, bro. I'm so disappointed in this. Her and Crow. I wanted Crow to get a buff so badly, but I guess they got it. Well, it's done, bro. Your boy Zxous. I'm out. Peace.